Bitcoin just shook $47,000 briefly, just happened. Little consolidation on the short term right now. The things running through my mind, I don't know about you, are where's resistance? Where's support? Will this bull run on the short term continue? What are the targets? That's what we're going to look at in today's video. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way in. It really gets me hype, everybody, as we grow this channel, as we grow these videos. It's fun. It's like an added excitement, a dose of energy to my days. Let's jump into the Bitcoin video. So if you've been watching my YouTube videos, you know I've been just comparing this move right here to a 2017 move in the middle of the last bull market. It's just, that is the case. And I want to start off and I want to show you this. I'm not going to show you a clip, but this is a video from January 30th, 2021. Here's me looking at the screen of the 2017 move. Here's the move. And I was specifically talking about a Fibonacci resistance in that video, basically, which was right now the swing high that we had, the second lower high to our swing low. I was specifically talking about this resistance area. Now, in that video, I threw myself out there and I failed miserably, but I'm more happy I failed. I love being wrong in these scenarios. When I think there's just going to be too much resistance, I really thought Bitcoin was going to consolidate and see resistance off that area. I waited for confirmation to see, and it never happened. Bitcoin broke through and saw support above, which is so bullish, which is really awesome. But in that video, I was looking for resistance in that area because I was looking for a very strong move similar to what happened back here in 2017. Bitcoin was consolidating very similar back then as it is, or as it recently has been here. And I was really anticipating just a move down. Didn't happen. I thought it would be very quick if it did happen. And so that's the first step. That's the first reason for just crazy bullishness right now for Bitcoin. Now, as you know the news. I'm not going to read you the news, but we know what happened with Tesla today. Sparking something big on the Bitcoin charts. No secret. This is what Bitcoin has been doing since then. So a lot can be said. A lot of people can say, well, Bitcoin's only pumping because of Tesla. This is so short-lived. This is short-term. It's going to come back down. It might come back down, and we're going to discuss what that might look like specifically on this daily chart, why Bitcoin is so bullish even in that scenario. But the other thing I do want to mention to you is this. If we get rid of this Fibonacci retracement, the other Fibonacci retracement that we've been tracking is the ultimate swing high, the previous all-time high, no longer an all-time high, that $42,000 area to the swing low. And we were tracking this resistance area, very similar, slightly higher. We were tracking this resistance area. Now, this broke. I don't care what the news was. I don't really care what triggered this happening, but it broke to the upside, and that is huge for Bitcoin. And now I have my eyes on two areas. One is charted already. It's the 1618 of that Fibonacci that I just charted right here, around $50,300 or so. And then the other resistance is that other Fibonacci, that second swing low, higher low. And we can chart that Fibonacci. It's going to get a little messy, but we have our second 1618 area where Bitcoin is right now, 47,000. I've talked about this in another video, 47,000 or so. And we have those two Fibonacci 1618 higher high areas, and Bitcoin is in it right now. What happens in this? This is immediate resistance for me. This is what I'm watching in the very short term. I want to see what Bitcoin does. Appreciate you all cruising through. Hit that like on the way in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me as Bitcoin's making this move. So this is the immediate resistance right now happening on the screen. I want to see what happens. Whenever I see 1618 resistance, the immediate picture in my mind, because Bitcoin does it often, is just sideways. And so we can trade sideways. Right now, at this area, this is the lower 1618, and we can trade sideways at the upper area, 1618, around 50,000. We can trade in between. But I think somewhere in this vicinity, I would love to see Bitcoin take a break, take a breather, and see sideways. That would be the most bullish scenario in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I wouldn't want to see Bitcoin just explode through the entire resistance. I would love that. That'd be awesome because we have targets just above we're going to talk about. But the thing I don't want to see is Bitcoin just kind of come back down and start trickling down and seeing higher highs or lower lows and lower highs. So going back here to the weekly chart, it's important to note what has transpired. This weekly candle, just so key. You can go watch my video from last night. I talk all about this weekly candle in synergy with the weekly candle from 2017, still the same area we were tracking, the bounce off this macro 1618 and up. We're looking for a candle similar to this. And at least right now, and it's Monday, there's still 6 days exactly, 6 days, 0 hours exactly on this weekly chart left. I don't know how this is going to transpire, but this is very bullish for Bitcoin. This is incredibly bullish for Bitcoin, what is transpiring on the weekly chart. The other thing I want to talk about in this video is this, the RSI, the momentum oscillator for Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin, because I've been comparing data from the last bull market, obviously, and this bull market, and there is harmony. You zoom out on the screen. I did a video talking about the harmony on the screens and the natural flow of Bitcoin. It really is beautiful looking. It's like an art piece. But if we start looking at momentum, we get a little bit of a different picture of one very simple thing. And let's break that down. Let's look at this. The RSI here. This is Bitcoin in the last bull market. Here's Bitcoin so far in this bull market. There is a lot of time left in this bull market, I should say, in terms of what Bitcoin's doing. Now, if we open this up, what I want to show you and illustrate is one very simple thing. What's going on here is just, number one, Bitcoin dips are being bought up like crazy. And number two, they're not lasting very long. The swing highs on this RSI in the last bull market are very clear, right? They're right around that 90, 91 area. And then the swing lows are very clear too, as drastic as this 53 area at the bottom. Now, so far, Bitcoin has had one swing high overbought on the RSI and one swing low. But notice the swing low before a bounce didn't last very long and was right around the 75. Didn't come down very far either. Now, this is just a perfect illustration of this bull market versus the last one. And I think it's the most important thing happening on the charts right now, which is this. Let's, so far at least, move this up. And now you get a very clear picture of the difference of these markets. And it's simple. It's called demand. That's what's occurring right here on this RSI, on this momentum oscillator. And I'm not quite sure that's going to change anytime soon. If you go and you look at what's happening across the crypto landscape, i.e. Tesla buying 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, i.e. all these other institutions, i.e. Grayscale, PayPal, whatever, you have, and then things like this. I was out with a buddy today, just chilling, we were hanging out. We saw on the news, just briefly in the background, Apple should create crypto exchange and buy Bitcoin, says RBC. Apple should follow in Tesla's footsteps, but by getting into cryptocurrencies, not electric vehicles, according to RBC Capital Markets. Did you guys hear this? Press one or something in the chats if you've seen this already. Now you're going to start hearing more of this with other huge, large corporations. The iPhone maker could create a sizable new market for growth if it were to develop its Apple Wallet into a crypto exchange. Look at that, everybody. The wallet initiative appears to be clear multi-billion-dollar opportunity for the firm, potential for well over $40 billion in annual revenue. Companies like Square, PayPal, along with closely held exchanges like Coinbase, have all validated the exchange model as a real business. Apple would immediately gain market share if it were to enter the industry. Can I just I want to pause for a second. This is just me, just completely just chatting, talking. I just think it's awesome. So I started this YouTube channel back here, and there's a lot of you in the chats even now that were kind of here with me when I started this YouTube channel. And I've done video almost every day. We went through the grueling bear market, anticipated the low. I mean, we really did anticipate the low so nicely. We've accumulated. We've gone through just all of the negativity, maybe with people around us, but people surely in the news and social media. And now Bitcoin has bounced out of the bear market as anticipated by pretty much each and every one of you in the chats. I'm just doing videos just showing the data, but you all are on board. You all thought the same thing. And we've accumulated Bitcoin and crypto. And right now it's actually trading Bitcoin at $46,000. And we have headlines like this: Apple should create crypto exchange and buy Bitcoin, says RBC. I wanted to take a break from the actual technical analysis and just point that out to everybody, how bullish that absolutely is. And then if we kind of rewind for a second, Bitcoin on the daily chart, this is the most bullish thing of the most recent technical analysis that I've done, which is this. We've broken out of a symmetrical triangle, right? We know this. We've tracked multiple. I mean, there's 3 in there that we were tracking. We got the breakout out of these 2. 1, 2 breakouts. We have 2 targets. One is $52,000. The other is right around $55,000 to the upside. That doesn't happen overnight, everybody. Just want to point that out. But what we talk about so often is throwbacks to symmetrical triangles after breakouts. And I'm not even going to get really into that, what that looks like. We can do that in another video. It would be more of just a neutral video, not so nice and bullish. But I do want to paint this picture of how bullish this actually is, which is the swing low before Bitcoin kind of bounced at the end of January. This was like not long ago. It's like a couple weeks ago, to this current swing high. And I don't know where this current swing high will go, but let's assume it literally goes right there, 47,300. The support area, this Fibonacci support, which is the 618 line and the 786 line, perfectly confluent for support with a throwback to the symmetrical triangle apex. Now, what I want to tell you and show you is the reason why that's so bullish to me is because from where Bitcoin is right now, if it happens, and I'm not even saying it's going to happen, this is just a case, a scenario, something to always be mentally prepared for. I tweeted earlier, I just basically said, the key to this for me is just knowing that these things can happen. Like if I'm always aware of that, I'm mentally sane in these crypto markets. Just be aware of it. It happens all the time. So it can happen whenever. So, but what's so bullish on the charts is from where it is right now to the 618 line is a 22% dip. And to the 786 line, more into the apex, is a 30% dip, 29.5% dip. So I'm talking about a dip of almost 30%, and Bitcoin will be trading at $33,000. Now, Bitcoin was just trading there 6 days ago. So that's how bullish we are right now, everybody. Bitcoin was just trading there 6 days ago, got separation, which is what we've just nonstop been talking about, that we want to see on the 6-hour chart, separation from all this ugly resistance. Bitcoin has done it so quickly. And I don't care if Tesla was the reason for that. It has technically happened. And now, if there is to be a dip, it could potentially be 30% to the downside. And Bitcoin will be trading where we were just at not even a week ago. It doesn't even get more bullish than that. I mean, and at the same time, this is just getting started. We've just entered the bull market type of deal. And if you actually look at this technically, and I don't want to just talk about this dip too much, but this 786 line down here also perfectly confluence, and this is really kind of cool, with this other symmetrical triangle that we've tracked, right? So it's cool to see a 786 line confluent with that throwback area of that symmetrical triangle, and then actually the 618 line confluent with the other triangle, upper trend line. So you can see the support down there. We know the case. I've tracked so many throwbacks on symmetrical triangles on this YouTube channel over the years. We know the case is possible. Now, we already talked about on the weekly chart, if I can find it, it's somewhere. Where's my weekly chart? Hello, weekly chart. There it is. We've already talked about the upward buying pressure of Bitcoin, in particular on the RSI. And you can just see the 30% dip talking point, it's still there, but they get bought up very quickly. So as Bitcoin has gotten separation from such key resistance that I've talked about in recent videos, as you might know, as that has happened, Bitcoin just becomes so bullish because we know thus far in this market, the dips, wherever they are really, are just being bought up. They're being bought up, and it really is illustrated so well on this weekly RSI, this slower moving momentum oscillator thus far. One thing to note, if you look at the stock RSI, a quicker moving momentum oscillator, look what's occurring there. Almost falling into oversold on the weekly RSI, stock RSI, I'm sorry, and actually getting a bounce currently. And, you know, last time we kind of hit an area like that on the stock RSI, Bitcoin was getting very ready to do something very bullish. And I just actually showed a clip of that week, September 12th, in here, talking about Fibonacci resistance and Bitcoin getting ready to break the bull market doors. So really interesting, actually, as we see all the bullishness for Bitcoin right now, what's actually occurring here on the stock RSI, this quicker moving momentum oscillator. So appreciate all of you cruising through. Hit that like on the way in. I see you in the chats. I mean, is everybody, can everybody just let me know, are you as bullish as I am right now in Bitcoin and crypto? And I think I'm a little hyped up. I was just with a buddy and we're just talking crypto. We're looking, I mean, we're all updating our portfolios. We can throw that out there. I mean, that's happening. But just wanted to do it. I wanted to do a technical analysis, and this is what we're looking at. Key resistance currently, if you're new to this current live stream, the key resistance is two areas that we really need to watch. It's the previous swing high to swing low. This is a 6-hour chart, by the way. That's one Fibonacci retracement we talked, and the second key one, which is that second lower high to swing low, and we chart another. And there's all this green happening here is just that resistance that I talked about for a lot over the last, I don't know, week or two. Really, I was concerned about it. And Bitcoin has just proven those concerns wrong currently. It broke through, and here are the resistance areas for the short term. We're talking this first one, 618, 47,000, to the second one, 618, 50,000. And really, truly, the path for Bitcoin, we have to watch what it does here in the hours ahead. Consolidate sideways, short-term higher low. But the path for Bitcoin truly is just there for a move to, you know, the $50,000 everybody just above $50,000. We're getting to the $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. This is getting crazy. So just to give you an idea, up ahead from where Bitcoin trades right now, around 8% of resistance. Its first target, $52,000, around 11% away. The second target, around $55,000, an 18% move to the upside. If this, you know, short-term bullish move for Bitcoin will continue, then that can happen truly in the next 24 hours. But again, this is key resistance. We know the possibilities to the downside are there. We just have to monitor them, keep an eye on them. We know the potential for throwbacks to key symmetrical triangles, so we're going to track that. That's what I'll be tracking personally. That's what you can track. And that's pretty much it, everybody. I really appreciate you guys cruising through. Wanted to give a quick mention to the BlockGains app. Everybody, I want to just throw this out there. Right now, BlockGains backend is built. I literally just sent Bitcoin for the API. The API is getting set up. It should be, the BlockGains app should have an update for version 2 in the App Store. USD plus all fiat pairs will be in there for everybody that's been asking nonstop. Price alerts will be in there. This app, everybody, will allow you to track your gains within the app and just do some really powerful things. So please download BlockGains, BlockGains app. Links are below. I appreciate your support as we grow this thing. The second release is coming, and it's going to be so sick. It's BlockGains, BlockGains. Link is in the description. So I'm going to do a video soon to show you, everybody, the power of planning your exits, which is what the purpose of the app is, to plan your exits, to plan your strategy. And we're going to have a new feature, which is a buy the dip feature that allows you to set your buys and set alerts for those buys. So pair that up with one of these new partners we have on board, I Trust Capital. I'm going to keep talking about them. I set up my Bitcoin IRA with them pretty recently, and the team is awesome. Tax advantages, trades are tax-free in the IRA. It's IRS compliant. You know, as an entrepreneur, you can contribute up to $57,000 a year. There's so many benefits to this. And if you start pairing products like this with the BlockGains app and with just having strategy in these crazy markets, everybody, it's all mental. That's all it is. It's all planning. And putting YouTube videos aside and predictions aside, if you can sit back and you can plan and you can start anticipating what is going to happen next and just having a strategy, you will win in this game, especially if you're long-term, everybody. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate you cruising by this live stream. Let's continue to track. Let's see what Bitcoin does. We'll see. I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.